Alright guys, this is our next project. It's going to be a self-portrait with information and sentences about you, okay? And the cool thing is while doing this portrait, you are going to learn about what you think about yourself, but we're also going to look at what the Bible says that Jesus thinks about you. Because those are both really important things to knowing who we are. So it's going to be fun. We're going to use markers and watercolor paint and Sharpies. And I hope you learn a lot about yourself when we do this and what Jesus thinks about you. And I'm looking forward to seeing these when I get back. And I'll be back really soon in about like 2 or 3 weeks, okay? So have fun with this and take your time and do a good job on it. I'll see you when I get back. Okay guys, for our next project we're going to be doing a self-portrait. And these aren't going to be nearly as hard as last year's where we did them realistically. These are going to be more simple and abstract, more as a review of how to draw our face, okay? So you're going to have mirrors that you're going to be looking at yourself with to draw your face, but I don't have one, so I'm going to use a picture of me. And so what you're going to do is you're going to start by drawing the shape of your face, okay? You don't want these to be super small, okay? So we want to lightly sketch with our pencil what you see as your face shape. So you need to be looking in your mirror for this part. Everybody's heads are shaped different, okay? So I know you probably can't see this too well, but I just drew the shape of my face. And so if you can remember from last year, our nose is in the very middle. Actually, our eyes, let's do the eyes. Our eyes are in the very middle of our head. So if you look at the top of your head and your chin and you put your finger down on the paper in the very middle of your head, your eyes will be on either side. So you're still looking. And you're just going to do the best you can. They don't have to be super detailed. This is just a review of where the parts of our face go. So I'm drawing what I see my eyes look like. They don't have to be perfect. Remember to add your pupils in there. Remember you have eyebrows you can draw. And a lot of us have a line where our eyelid is, so you can see. Okay, so here's what I got for my eyes. The next thing you're going to do is your nose. Now, your nose is in between, right in the middle of your eyes and your chin. So if you look at your eyes on your drawing and your chin, put your finger in the very middle, and that's where the tip of your nose will be. And again, you can just do a simple drawing of what you see in the mirror that your nose looks like, okay? Remember that noses don't close up here at the top like some people think they do. Alright, now is the mouth time. The middle of your mouth is directly in the center between your nose and your chin. So again, use your finger to kind of help know where to put it. And then you're still just going to look at yourself in the mirror. So I'm smiling in this picture, so I'm drawing myself smiling, but you don't have to do that. Because some people think it's hard to do the teeth. I'm going to go back and add the teeth and stuff later. The next step is your hair. Now your hair doesn't just sprout off the very, very tip of your head right here. A lot of it comes over on your forehead. So like I have bangs that come over. And some right here, and then you can come off like this. Your neck, and where your shirt is, you can add that. You're just going to be looking sure. You can erase. I've already made some mistakes I need to erase. So once you draw this, you're going to outline it really thick and Sharpie. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. Alright, so now I've outlined my self-portrait so you can see it a lot better. So you can see if I put one finger on my chin and one finger on the top of my head, my eyes are right in the middle. Okay. The nose is right in between the eyes and the chin, and the mouth is in between the nose and the chin. So that's how our face is made. Everybody's faces are made like that. So I drew it pretty big. My face isn't like really teeny tiny in my head. It looks the right way. And it's okay. This is just practice. You're not going to be perfect at it. I still can't even do a good self-portrait that's exactly like me. So you're just going to do one that looks as good as you can, and then outline it. And the next step we're going to do here in a second is we're going to color it in with markers. Alright, for the next step, we're going to color in just our self-portraits, not the background, with markers. You want to make sure you're coloring really nice and thick. You're not scribble scrabble coloring. You're not leaving white space. So my hair is kind of a reddish color, so I'm going to use this orange to color in my hair. You're just going to take your time, see how I'm coloring nice and neat without leaving any white space. You want to color your portrait. You should have some skin color markers, but if your skin's darker or more tan, you can use the crayons if you want to do that to get the right skin color. And you're just going to color. And once all this is colored up, then we're going to do something really fun for the background. So I'm going to color this real quick, and then I'm going to show you my final colored portrait. Alright, so now I have my portrait all colored in, nice and neat, just how I like it. Remember to color it nice and smooth and don't leave any white spaces. Make it really nice and neat. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to use watercolor paint to paint in the background. Okay, so we're going to move on to that step now. Alright, so our next step is to paint the background with watercolor paint. And you can do any colors you want, any way you want, okay? So I might want to do like stripes or polka dots or anything like that. It's just up to you. Or you can make it kind of tie-dye. You're just going to paint the background. I think I'm going to do stripes on mine. You're going to fill the background all the way up with color. There should be no white showing through. You want it to look really nice and neat. See how I'm making it look really nice and smooth? Any way you want. This is your self-portrait, so it should be something that you like and that reflects you. So I'm going to keep going on this, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's all painted in. Alright, so now I've got my background painted all the way with the watercolor paint, and so I did stripes, but remember you can do whatever you want. And so we're going to let these dry, and then we're going to add some sentences in the background with Sharpie about you, okay? So we're going to move on to that step next. Alright guys, by now you have done a worksheet that answers questions about things about you and about who you are to Jesus, okay? And both of those things are important, what you think about yourself and what Jesus says about you. So what I've done is I've taken my Sharpie and I've just written the sentences out in the background. So I started out here with my name is Miss Gaddis, I live in Powell, my family includes, and I kept writing. Now when I got over to where I kind of run out of room because of my head, I started writing down this way, okay? So my sentences started going down on both sides. Make sure that you don't write super big because then you can't fit all your sentences in. But if you write too small, then you'll run out of space about right here, okay? So kind of write about as big as I did. Look at your worksheet, write your sentences out, and this will complete our project. So I hope you've learned something about you and what you think about yourself, and also what Jesus thinks about you, because no matter what you think about yourself, what Jesus thinks about you is the most important thing, okay? That's what I really want you to learn. I I want you to always love yourself because Jesus loves you. So this is a fun project. I hope you enjoyed it. And they're going to be really cool and something you can always remember about yourself.